Camden High School's Mrs. Walker Hunter. Please come up with Principal Jones and receive your honor for being named our high school Teacher of the Year.
So I've had the privilege of working with this young lady for the past 7 years at Camden High School, and today I have the honor of introducing her to all of you as our district's Teacher of the Year. Miss Nancy Walker Hunter is someone inside of our building who embodies the spirit of building positive relationships with our students. At Camden High School, we don't make our students do anything, we simply ask them. And in asking them to do things for you, the best way to get them to comply is by having a positive relationship with them, by letting them know that you love them and you are here to support them. And Miss Nancy Walker Hunter has modeled that for all of our staff members. She is a beloved member of our school community. And not only is she a member of our school community, but she is an original member of the Parkside community. That's right. A graduate of Camden High School who also went to school at the Hatch building where we now reside, and has the privilege of being a teacher inside of the classroom where she was once a student. And not only that, she is a health teacher inside of the classroom where she once learned health. So she is a true Camden legend. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ms. Walker Hunter.
Thank you so much. Those of you who know me even a little bit know that I don't really like the spotlight. I like to be behind the scenes. But I do want to share where some of my inspiration came from. I was inspired every day by the students that I teach. And if it wasn't for the students, of course, you as a teacher, you have your students, but they made my job easy. They made me want to come to work every day. I have been privileged to work under at least 17 or 18 principals in my 38 years teaching. And the first time I actually shivered in my boots about who the principal was going to be, it was when the general came down the hallway and they said, Mr. Jones is the principal. And every time he came down the hallway, there was this funny little tear that used to drip out of my eye. And I thought, will I ever reach the mark? Because his bar is high. And despite my many years teaching and having great relationships with my colleagues, one of them, my colleague and friend Karen Borelli, who is the curriculum police for health education, who kept me on track when I might have swayed off the road. And as I sit here, I taught Martha Wilson's daughter, Monique Ragsdale's daughter, Ramir, I was his teacher. I mean, I'm teaching the children and the grandchildren of people I originally taught. And it has been a happy journey, despite what people out there say. It has been a happy journey for me. But I did want to share tonight something that Mr. Jones mentioned. When we made the difficult but dutiful switch from Camden High School building, where I spent 3 years there and graduated. And we ended up at Hatch, and I was supposed to be in a different room, and at the last minute, I was put in room 112. And when I got in the room, there was a feeling in the room that I couldn't really explain. And I realized that that was the room that not only had I had health class in, but it was the room where I had had music in, with a very distinguished music teacher, Dr. James E. Mumford, who was there in my 7th, 8th, and 9th grade year. And then he was transferred to Camden High for my 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year. He was the inspiration for how you teach the content that you have. So even though he was a music teacher, it was his relationship with us that became important. He catapulted hundreds and hundreds of students into positive careers and directions over the years. And when I mentioned that on Facebook, because I'm a Facebook fan, someone, and I put a picture of him and myself last year when he visited, and someone found a picture of me on the piano bench with him when I was 15 years old in the room where I am teaching now. So I feel like his spirit was there. Camden High is a happy place for many of us every day. The students are absolutely full of more love than you can ever imagine could come from students. I am here tonight with one of my twins, Timothy Hunter. I have another one at home, David. And my daughter, Kelly Jenkins, who I met in the 10th grade in my homeroom, sitting on the side. And she came home with me one day to bake a lemon cake. And 25 years later, we're still together. And she is now a reading intervention specialist over at York Ship School, just finishing her second master's degree. And she allowed me to be my first trial run as a mom. So by the time I had my own kids, it was a little bit easy. But I'm honored by this. I'm humbled by this. I take the honor extremely seriously. And I am always looking for new ways to reach our students and give them what they need. Thank you.
And so our certificate reads, Teacher of the Year Award presented to Nancy Walker Hunter for outstanding professional achievements and contributions to the Camden City School District, signed by our superintendent, Payman Hannaford, on this 24th day of April 2018. Thank you for your service.